Well, Lehman College celebrates their 50th anniversary of the Leadership Award Dinner, and a very important part of it is the jazz ensemble that characterizes the event. Now, today, joining us is Professor Allan Molnar, who's from the Lehman College Music Department, who is in charge of this year's musical ensemble. And welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be back.
Good to have you back. So you're in charge of the musical ensemble. Is the pressure on?
The pressure's always on. We have an outstanding group of young musicians in the Lehman College Student Jazz Ensemble, and I've been working in developing this ensemble now for, I think this is the 6th year. And they have opportunity to do a number of things. They're learning the vocabulary of jazz improvisation, but they learn that improvisatory vocabulary through the lens of many different styles of music. We play everything from of course, jazz and traditional jazz and Latin music, some pop-oriented music, sort of all of the above, Brazilian music. And they're forming really strong musical relationships now as undergraduates that they will carry with them into their career. So being able to perform at these various college events, such as the one we have tonight, gives them an opportunity to experience pretty much every side of the music profession, from televised performances that we do in partnership with BronxNet during the Pacheco Festival each fall, and everything from cocktail parties and sort of background music to semi-featured events. So I'm very proud of these students. They do well.
And there's a lot of opportunity for students. And talk to us about some of the career options that are available in music.
Well, it's a real wide stroke of the brush. There's everything from performing and composing, arranging. I mean, if you either flip dials on your television or do a lot of web searching or web surfing, you're going to find music everywhere. And just click through the channels: music, commercial, jingle. Everything is there, and someone's creating this music. And so with the expansion of all the digital opportunities and digital media out there, with that have come opportunities that have evolved from the old school way of doing things into a whole different experience that is maybe overwhelming in some ways, but has so much promise and opportunity for especially our young people coming up now.
Well, talk to me, because 3 decades music has been going on here, and it's been an evolution. And how has the music program evolved over the past 3 decades?
Well, it's for the education world, it's a matter of staying as current as possible. And my personal experience in music actually dates back to 1973, when I started playing in country and western bands in my home province, Canadian province of Saskatchewan. And so I got to experience a certain model of the music profession for a number of years, and then in the 1980s everything changed. Right. All the digital technology started to move us from the traditional playing in a band type of model to integrating with digital technologies such as MIDI, which is an acronym for Musical Instrument Digital Interface, which was a digital communications protocol that allowed synthesizers to talk to each other into computers, and then boom, off we go. So then the model of how music was made and who made it started to change, because it wasn't only live musicians playing in studios creating music. It was one person creating everything on a computer. So that changed the model of the profession in a very drastic way that a lot of people perceived as being a negative thing. But in reality, it created a situation where everyone had an opportunity, because the technology, and through the advent of the home studio and development of that through the 80s and beyond, that gave everyone a chance to be producers. And now,
yeah. So let me ask about technology and creating music, because when you have technology and this new emergence of technology, and we're so technology inundated, has it impacted or impeded the fact of creating music these days?
Well, sometimes the lines get blurred a little bit, and the focus can become a little too oriented towards the software itself. And as a teacher, this is one of the things that we have to adapt to, I feel, is to get that balance of teaching the technology to record and edit music, while at the same time making sure that the students are really getting a good fundamental understanding of the traditional way of making music, of composing, arranging, and performing in whatever variety of digital instruments and acoustic instruments that you use. So it's kind of keeping one eye on the old school while embracing the new school of technology to bring the traditional concepts to life.
And for students who are pursuing careers in digital music, obviously digital music is the thing of the day, what are some of the requirements that are necessary? Because a lot of people have that interest.
Yeah, well, I think the number one requirement is that they're really hungry and excited about it. You know, if you have that to work with, you can do just about anything. Our young people in general, and certainly notably here at Lehman College, are amazing. They're bright, they're motivated, and all they need is for us to give them the right opportunity and the right guidance through all the options that they have, because there are so many different options, so many different platforms to work with digitally, and although they all fundamentally do the same thing, you know, it's about teaching the students to navigate through everything to find their own voice, their own application of the technology, and their own spot in the music business. And I think too that, of course, the more capable you are as a musician, the more you understand music theory and arranging and everything that goes with a traditional music program, the better equipped you are to work with the technology. But that doesn't leave out the students who maybe don't have that musical background, because there are so many options in sound engineering and promotion and all these types of things that, you know, I just believe there's room for everyone in this business if they're hungry enough and excited enough to pursue and hang in there.
Before we leave, Allan, give them the last word. If somebody has this interest and wanting to know more about music, the music department at Lehman College, what should they know?
Well, they should contact us at the music department, and Lehman College has an amazing faculty. We have Professor Michael Bacon, who teaches film scoring. We have Dr. David Clayman, who is a brilliant theory teacher and teaches form and analysis. Professor John Corigliano, Dr. Marta Getzo, all these terrific people. I have the privilege of teaching some of the music production courses there and running the Pacheco Festival, and we have tremendous leadership under our chairperson, Dr. Jeanette Tilley.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming, Allan Molnar, and best wishes on the upcoming event.
Thank you so much.
All righty, Allan Molnar with us. Guess what? Taking a quick break. We got more shows. Stay with us. We're coming right back right after this.